Are you a student who is pursuing ordinary diploma or undergraduate degree in electronics engineering and you've been seeking an online institution that can teach you the beauty of electronics? Or are you a passionate technician who would like to understand on how to do practicals in electronics and apply the concepts in solving real-life problems? Or are you a parent who have a kid actually who has been interested on learning engineering in different aspects, for example electronics or biomedical, which actually has been doing some stuff during the childhood, since the childhood, and then growing up to up, and then so you have been looking at online institutions that can help your son or daughter. So the answer of all those questions will be given in this session, and I ask you to stay connected. How are you, everybody who is watching this video? My name is Olenjolai. I am a Tanzanian, and I thank God for this opportunity. And just what I want to tell you that we are going to be together in this program, and I have good news for you, which I've prepared, that I believe that it can take you from one level of learning to another level. So let's take this opportunity to welcome. I have some local students here in ordinary diploma, some local students in undergraduate. You will hear their sound, they'll be asking questions. But by God's grace, also I'm a lecturer or just a tutorial assistant, or instructor in different, or in one of the institutions where I used to be at the Dar-es-Salaam Institute of Technology. But also these programs is actually, it's a gift for me to all the Tanzanians. One thing which I want to give you as precaution, I don't know everything about electronics. I just know small portions of it, but I have the responsibility to teach others. So students, how are you?
We are fine.
Are you ready for today's session?
Yes.
Yeah, so you hear the voice of some technicians and engineers of our present age. But these contents also will benefit present age and even the future age. So secondly, I would like to take this opportunity to welcome you into two of our institution, Online Diploma Polytechnic Institute of Tanzania, square bracket Olenjolai, and hence the other one is called Online Undergraduate Polytechnic Institute of Tanzania, square bracket Olenjolai&Nekinyi. We have some departments in these two institutions. One of the departments is called Electronics Engineering. Okay, the names of institutions and the departments might be changed. That should not be a big deal for you. But the modules that we are going to teach you today is called the Beauty of Fundamental Practical Electronics, or Fundamental Practical Electronics Engineering. Okay? So I want my classes to be very interactive. So even the online students, I ask you to pronounce the following terms. Pronounce the way that you pronounce, because once you pronounce, you write the information in your mind. So our local students who are in this workshop 000, can call it just lecture 00 or workshop 000. So let us pronounce together. What are we learning today? Okay, so let us say, what are we learning? What the name of the module that we have today? It is called what? The Beauty of Fundamental Practical. Oh, excuse me, I made a mistake again. The beauty, so the name of the module is the Beauty of Fundamental Practical Electronics Engineering. That's the name of the module or course that we are going to learn it. So here, what the names of the workshop 00 lecture 0 is called what? General, so let us pronounce it, General Introduction.
General Introduction
Of the Beauty
of the Beauty
of
Fundamental
Practical Electronics Engineering. So here I made again, I forgot practical. So do those minor corrections. So this is workshop 0 or lecture 00. So let me also write this way in order to make sure that everything or every piece of information is clear. So workshop 000. Okay, so for the physical students, you have a permission to ask me questions along this workshop 0. And for the online students, you can also ask your questions by using the comment sections when you'll be watching this video in YouTube, or by using the super chat when this video is going to be live. So you may ask your questions, I like your questions, and I'll try my level best to answer your questions. So for the local students, you have a chance to ask a question verbally. But for those who are online, they'll be asking questions on writing, right? But even yourself who are locally, you can take advantage to review the contents we are learning by watching this video. So by that time, you can ask your questions by using writing, right? Yes, you can write. You have to learn yourself how you can ask. You know, many students, they are experienced on asking questions verbally. Yeah, because, you know, they spend little time, they have wide room. But if you ask them to write the question, it's a little bit challenge, but you have to learn, right? Because sometimes you cannot have access to ask it verbally. Are we together? So that's the way. I think that's a very important part of learning, how you can interact to ask the questions. So, as I say that this is lecture or workshop 0, so I'll be introducing you some piece of information which actually will help us understand and master the course or the module that we have. So I asked my local students, and they say you are ready for that. So now let us go into the business. I think even for online students, you are ready for today's session. Okay, so we have practical part and theoretical part, and today let me build the foundations of the course. Okay, so we'll be having some kinds of writing. Of course, it's very important. Some of the informations, I'll just pronounce them. Write these informations and then ask you questions in case that you have a question. So simply, let us start with general introduction. So I want to give you the big picture of the course. The introduction of fundamental. So the subtitle, we are going to give introductions of fundamental, practical electronics engineering. So the first part is better that to tell you that the content, so you'll be writing, listening, asking questions. The contents of this module, which module? Fundamental of Practical Electronics Engineering. The contents of this module are derived, so I derived them from 5 modules or 5 multidisciplinary, call them 5 multidisciplinary fields of electrical engineering. It's more than 5, but mainly 5. So the contents of this module are derived mainly, so here you have to use this adjective, mainly from 5 multidisciplinary fields of electrical engineering. Okay? And this electrical engineering. So the 4 are, so we name these multidisciplinary fields as, the first one, all of these contents can help students and even hobbyists in electronics engineering. Also, the contents of this module can help students who are doing or pursuing biomedical engineering. And also, these contents, I have derived them from a field, we call it electrical engineering. Then these contents, I derived them from engineering field that I call it the communication or communication engineering. And these contents also, I derived them from a field called the computer engineering. So these are the main fields. But even students who are doing maybe mechatronics, also they need this content. So actually when you say fundamental, whenever we have electrical, or whenever we have low power current, or low power, or whenever we have electronics, it means that these contents are very important because these are the fundamentals. Are we together? Yes. Yeah, so if you're students from any of these fields, then this program or this module is very important for your learning program. So you can even add some other fields. I just prefer those fields. It means that most of the electrical fields you can find, even renewable energy, you can find that some of the contents are helpful for students who are doing what information technology is a little bit, not too much. Multimedia is a little bit, not too much. So we have different fields. I think that we have also some other. So there are different fields, but the issue is, do we need the knowledge of fundamental electronics in those fields? That's the point. Are we together? Are we together?
Yes.
Okay. Again, the next part of this general introduction, whenever we do something, we have to ask ourselves, why are we doing that? Or in order to achieve where we want to be, we have also to ask ourselves, how can we break down the big idea into small parts? What do I mean? I say, human beings, whenever we do a lot of things, we used to ask ourselves, why should I do this? Right? Why should I go to school? Right? Why should I study engineering? I think those are the common questions. Okay? So for this program, for you as the students, and for myself, who is going to teach you, or who is going to assist you on learning this stuff, I sat down and asked myself, what are the specific objectives that we have to achieve in this course? Are we together? What are the specific objectives? And these specific objectives means that we'll be trying our level best to meet them at the end of the module. At the end of learning this module, we have to meet these specific objectives. Are we together?
Yes.
Are we together?
Yes.
Yeah. So now, let me just list these specific objectives, and actually they'll give you guidance. Today, the main goals, I want to give you the overview of the entire course. Where are we going? Are we together? That's the main objective that is for general introductions of the beauty of fundamental of practical electronics engineering. I want to give you the overview. Then tomorrow we'll be getting insight of this content. Are we together?
Yes.
Yeah, because I don't want to lead you blindly. Because once I don't tell you that where we're heading, it means I am the one who knows. While even yourself, you should know it, right? So here are specific objectives. These are specific objectives that the students has to achieve at the completions, after the completions of this module. Okay? So we said that the following are the specific